The Summer Olympics are often a great time. Despite theories of corruption, cheating scandals, and other controversies, it's a summer full of fun, as the best athletes from around the world display national pride. Sometimes we aren't entertained because of the intense battles, races, finishes, and gold medals. Sometimes there are great screw-ups by athletes themselves that make us laugh. Plenty of mishaps happen during the Summer Olympics that live in infamy. We hope you get a good laugh in when you watch this. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we'll show you 10 epic and hilarious Summer Olympic fails. Number 10. Get off me, teammate! Usually in doubles for tennis, the object is for you and your opponent to cover your court and hit the ball into the opposition's end. You don't want to hit your own teammate in the face. Well, Finnish star Sigrid Fick appeared to forget the rules in the 1912 Olympics. Her and her partner Gunnar Setterwall were trying to win gold together. However, Fick accidentally struck her own partner right in the face with the racket. The pair would win a silver medal together as well as bronze in the indoor mixed doubles event. But it's easy to understand why they weren't champions in 1912. Number 9. Lighten up, will ya? Everyone knows how iconic the Olympic flame is, and they always have plans to ensure it doesn't run out. If it does, there's always a plan B. But at the 1976 Olympics in Montreal, there was a big failure. Without a roof to protect the flame at the Olympic Stadium, the rain came down and washed it out. So a plumber named M. Pierre Bouchard came to the rescue. He pulled out a lighter and the Olympic flame was restored. Not the most traditional or casual way to fix it, but whatever works. Number 8. Jennifer Benitez's wardrobe malfunction. It must have been hard for Jennifer Benitez to complain about her experience at the 2012 Summer Olympics in London. The 23-year-old diver from Spain competed at the Games in both 2008 and 2012. What could have possibly gone wrong? Well, after landing a giant splash, she came up with a bit of a wardrobe malfunction. Sadly for her, that's the first thing that comes up when you type her name on Google Images. Benitez pulled out a piece of her bathing suit that exposed her breast area. Number 7. Milka Scene revolutionizes the Deshaun Jackson. We all know that mistake that former Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver Deshaun Jackson made, celebrating too early and costing himself a touchdown. Oh yeah. Same with Megan Rutledge, that dirt biker who got too excited and cost herself a gold medal. But before that was Milka Scene, an Indian star track and fielder who participated in the 1956, 1960, and 1964 Olympics. In the 1960 Games, Sine was in a 400-meter race. After having a comfortable lead at the 250-meter mark, Sine looked around, slowed down, and jumped to the conclusion that he had won. His opponents caught up and he didn't even medal. It isn't over until you, well, cross the finish line. Number 6. Zola Butt trips Mary Decker. The South African-born long-distance runner represented Britain in the 1984 Olympics, but would later represent South Africa in 1992. Anywho, Bud did win a pair of gold medals in Women's World Cross Country Championships, but her career is overshadowed by one giant blooper. Bud was in a 3,000-meter race that her and American Mary Decker were favored to win, but the two made contact multiple times in the crowded race. Decker's shoe fell into Bud's ankle and drew blood. Decker lost her balance and both ladies had a disappointing finish. Bud was hounded for years, and Decker originally refused an apology, but Decker later said she fell because she wasn't used to running in such a huge pack. Number 5. Greg Louganis' diving mishap. The American diving champion won 4 Olympic gold medals plus a silver, and added 5 more golds in the World Championships, so you get the idea. Louganis was a great diver, all right? What's amazing about his 2 golds at the 1988 Olympics in Seoul is how he did it despite suffering a concussion. Here's what happened. Now, let us clarify this as you watch this. If this was a serious injury, we would not classify it as funny. Louganis turned out just fine and became one of the greatest divers ever. We applaud you, sir. Number 4. Christina Sokalis' wardrobe malfunction. Many of you are familiar with the sport water polo. What you may not know is that it's a very hard game to play. Sokalis, a Greek water polo player, was representing her country in a match against Australia at the 2008 Games in Beijing. The only problem? During a battle, her nipple was exposed. Not something that's meant to happen during the Olympics. Number 3. Boris Johnson shouldn't trust zip lines. The mayor of London from 2008 to 2016 was obviously thrilled about the idea of his city hosting the 2012 Olympics. But unfortunately for him, he just might decide never to do ziplining again, unless he has people around to protect him. Johnson got in on the fun with his city hosting the best athletes around the world by choosing to zipline, but it didn't go well. Number 2. Tears of sadness. With all due respect to English long-distance runner Paula Radcliffe, it's amazing to think how she won the London Marathon 3 times and the New York Marathon 3 times with her attitude. You see, Radcliffe reminded us that you only earn respect by trying your best. In a 10,000-meter race, Radcliffe quit after 8 laps, sitting down on a curb and crying, while the other competitors passed on by. And number 1, geography lessons needed. North Korea and Colombia were to face off in a women's soccer match at the 2012 Olympics. The game, however, was pushed back for about an hour. That's because the scoreboard displayed South Korea instead of North Korea. We know how the two countries have a bitter hatred towards each other, so this was not a forgivable mistake. North Korea refused to play until it was fixed, and the London Organizing Committee had to apologize. What fail in sports do you think was the funniest? Join us in the comments below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.